Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's 8 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour. Welcoming you to Hard Facts. This is the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. And we are broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Maryann Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. I'm Maryann Okon, and this will be your most authentic news experience. And what I always love to say is that when you are done having conversations with me or just listening to the show, you come away with something. Yes, we leave you better than we met you. And we are live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation on WhatsApp, 08095975805. Or better still, on X, where Nigeria Info FM used the hashtag Hard Facts. We're about to start with the big 3 stories for today. One which is a very sore note of that young child that was killed. There's just so much for me to say, but I will let you do the talking because I'm trying to think to myself that why? What was the James Bonding about? What was the Rush Hour situation? I mean, I'm talking about Rush Hour in terms of the movie. What was that? But also, why are we so trigger happy in these parts to shoot into, the air where there are people moving? Why? But I'm guessing that, I'm hoping, not just guessing, that something has to give, something will give. We will learn our lessons, and it's not enough to just duck the police officer. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, let's get straight into the business of the day. I'm just really sad that we have to start on that note, but unfortunately, that is obviously a big story. Welcome to the show, Lagos.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big 3 Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big 3 every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts, whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
If you just listened to the news with Yvonne Haifel, you would have heard that the police officer who shot dead that student that was on his way to write an examination has been taken into custody. The Oyo State Police Command has arrested one of its officers who accidentally, they say, shot and killed Kainde Alade, a 14-year-old secondary school student in Ibadan yesterday, I beg your pardon. The Daily Sun reported that the officer, in pursuit of a fleeing vehicle along the busy Baggy Market Road, opened fire and the victim was hit by a stray bullet. Sharing an update in a statement issued in Ibadan, the command spokesperson, CSP Adewale Osifesho, disclosed that the officer responsible for the discharge had been taken into custody alongside others on his team. Oshifeso added that a comprehensive investigation into the incident had been ordered by the Commissioner of Police, Johnson Adenola. He said, and I quote, "The investigation will be led by the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the State Criminal Investigation Department." And he also said that the officer is cooperating fully with the ongoing investigation and assured that the probe would be transparent with findings made public. I'm really sorry. I must apologize first before I play this video. Unfortunately, someone had tagged me. Mr. Carter had tagged me on X yesterday. I had to take time to watch that video. At first, it was very chaotic. I was wondering, what exactly is this video about? And then it got to the point where I saw the dead kid and I was like, oh dear. Because in my mind, I was saying, what is going on? Why is this person driving like a crazy person? What's the rush? Is there a pregnant woman in the car? What's the issue? But I want to play that video. I got it off X yesterday and I just want to... We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, so you can go watch the video right now. It's the chaos of policing. It's the carelessness of policing. I'm not in any way holding brief for the crazy man. But let's take a look at that video. There's a lot of Yoruba spoken in the video, but then at some point you hear some pidgin English and some English. So do bear with us. If you do not understand Yoruba, ask a friend to translate. That way you're able to understand. But then the video is quite, it's easy to understand. It's easy for you to, just make out what's happening. So I'm going to start the video from the beginning so you can watch it. It's live now on our handles.
Good. Come on, little Lord. Yeah. I beg, shift for me. Kò yẹ kó lọ ńbẹ̀ yẹn rárá. Àtúnwò tẹ́lẹ̀. Àtúnwò tẹ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n ló máa kú sí.
I have no words. Absolutely no words. The most chaotic thing I've seen in a minute. At first, when I saw this video, I thought that, oh, maybe the man was random and the kid was just walking to school and the bullet hit the kid. But I'm beginning to see that the kid was in the vehicle. Let's see if we can make sense of it. I mean, could there have been better ways to handle this situation other than letting out a bullet? And for the man concerned, could he have thought it wise to stop when he was being stopped? No, even if it meant that you'd say, look, my child's running late. He's going to write an examination. Please, can you bear with us? Or if you want to hop in the car, please hop in the car. Let's go drop the kid and then, we can sort it out, because, the police is always very quick and last man to jump into your car. I'm just thinking in my head and just playing it out that could there have been better ways to deal with this issue? All right, well, let's move to another story. And yeah, I know. It's a very, very, very sore note to start a conversation. All right, this one here says... All right, this story from the Premium Times newspaper says, Igbo leaders planning a summit to endorse Tinubu for a second term. And this is from Dave Umahi. Apparently, the Premium Times newspaper is reporting that prominent Igbo leaders, including the governors of the 5 southeast states, are planning a summit to declare their support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his re-election in 2027. This is an official speaking. This is an official of Mr. Dave Umahi. He said that he actually said this in an upcoming State House documentary marking President Tinubu's second anniversary. The presidential spokesperson Maryann Okon wrote this in a statement yesterday, saying, and I quote, "All governors in the southeast, regardless of party affiliation, are working with the president. We're planning a summit to bring together all southeast leaders to endorse the president for the 2027 elections formally." Yeah. What are your thoughts? Do you believe Mr. Dave Umahi is just one of those things that these guys say? But if they were to endorse him, how would it make you feel? Would you be bothered about it? Especially if you're from those parts. And what does this endorsement really do for the average Nigerian? How does it, when I was a kid, there was this thing we used to say, when you say stuff, you say, how does that increase the price of, or reduce the price of Gary? How does this help our situation today? Because everyone's talking about 2027, but no one's talking about 2025. and how we're weeping and gnashing our teeth and how we've all turned to beggars. And we cannot afford to pay for our power anymore. We can't afford to pay our children's school fees, not even our rents. We can barely feed. And the corn that should be cheap, it's now very expensive. I don't know why I said that, but and the last story, so you can all join the conversation. May 29, that's supposed to be Democracy Day, but now they changed it to June 12. So 29 is just an inauguration day, you know. As the presidency obviously will be marking his second year in office, Mr. Tinubu is going to be reviewing ministers' scorecards. The president may get ministers a new assessment report this week, whether and we hear that low-performing ministries will be under pressure. With President Tinubu's second anniversary in office barely a week away, the Central Results Delivery and Coordination Unit is racing to present him with a fresh ministerial scorecard. Multiple presidency sources have told the Punch newspaper this. The scorecards will, according to them, focus on performance of various ministries for the first quarter of 2025 as Tinubu's administration enters its midterm on May 29. The confidential assessment, which covers the first quarter of 2025, is expected anytime from now. This was a statement made by the presidential aide. A presidential aide, I beg your pardon. Well, these are the big three stories that we are looking at. Which ministry, which department, which agency would you, off the top of your head, immediately say, well, this ministry is doing great and we must commend them? Is it Umahi's ministry? Is it the Interior Minister's ministry? Is it the Aviation Ministry? Is it the Health Ministry? Is it the Education Ministry? Which one comes to your mind, you know, immediately? And how well do you think they're doing? 0201-277-0993. That's the number for you to call. 0201-465-719 for the ladies. You can join the conversation if you're listening to us from outside of the country via WhatsApp. It's 080-959-75805. On X, where Nigeria Info FM used the hashtag hard facts, but we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Post your comment. I'll be back right after this break.
With information comes power.
We give you more power with information.
99.3
Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
This is your number one station.
99.3
99.3 Nigeria Info. You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns, and it's full of fire. Grand Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray,
also available Available in supermarkets and markets near you.
Wazobia perfume, the correct scent. Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know? Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Allodosophobia is the fear of other people's opinions. It is a rare social phobia characterized by an irrational and overwhelming fear of what other people think.
Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening, only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
0201-277-0993. That's the number for you to call if you're male. For the female, 0201-465-7190. 60 seconds is all you have. Please go straight to the point. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Do call me back if that was you. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio, please.
Hi, Maryann. Is my radio on?
Go ahead.
Raprushu is my name. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, you see, I'm sorry for the loss of the lad, 40-year-old boy. But police, you at least go another training how to use their rifle and to avoid the accidental discharge. Then
it wasn't an accidental discharge. They were actually shooting at the car.
Exactly the same thing I'm referring to. They should have another training on their officers. You know, because it's so rampant. We don't want this in Nigeria. I mean, they are for life and securing life and property. Why are they not taking life as if they are the owner of the life? Now, for the other one, what the other story, the governors endorsing Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Mr. President. I think they can endorse him, no problem. But they only have about 5 votes, and Nigerians know who to vote for. He said that if we still pay for estimated billing, we should vote him out. And they haven't given us adequate reason for still paying for estimated billing. So why do people go and vote him again?
Okay.
Yes, unless you give us adequate reason.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Rapperu. Your time is over. Thank you very much for calling. I was waiting for you to land. 60 seconds, please. Go straight to your point. Hello.
Hello, Mary.
Yes.
Mary. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sunday here on the line.
Go ahead, Sunday.
It's a pity that soul has gone, in fact. But I want to remind Nigerians about what the policemen are fond of doing. They don't care about life. Look at that woman at Lekki. I think she was a woman lawyer.
I think it was Aja, yes. On Christmas Day or so, yeah.
Yeah. And what happened? That case, I don't think if there is anything that comes out of it. And then secondly, the woman that is selling at Nyanoworo here, the same issue. They were chasing one boy like that, and all of a sudden they released gun. And that boy that was sitting down with the mother selling this garden egg at Inyanoworo here, where the police posts are. When you are coming, going towards this island, you see that police post by Inyanoworo. That is where they killed the son. Everywhere, the policemen, they don't care. In a crowd like that, how can a policeman release this in bullet?
All right. Okay.
Supposing he could kill about 2, 3, 4 people, what will they say?
I don't know.
Nothing will be done.
Thank you, Sunday, for calling.
You. Yeah.
60 seconds, everyone. Please go straight to the point. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, wow, I miss you. I'll be calling from Ikeja.
I've been here the whole time.
Mary, how you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Maryann, it's better police leave 100 Boko Haram to go than to kill an innocent person. You see, for me, what they would do to such policemen, they should send them to go and work in Sambisa or in Borno State. They don't need to, condemn them. Let them go and work there so they can be shooting every minute and every day. They wake up, they start shooting from morning to night. And for the day for my...
But don't you think that
Maryann,
that father put that child in harm's way?
Who?
Don't you think the father of the boy, put his child in harm's way?
See, I don't think there's any offense if somebody does not have arms that does not have to shoot. I will make you to shoot.
So how do you determine if the person has arms or not? Because they couldn't get access to the car. How do they know? And it was a tinted vehicle.
That's why I gave you that proverb. It's better you leave 100 criminals to go than to kill him. That's why I started with that on the first place. Can't just because of one person want to kill many people. And for Dave Umahi, tell him that the war that Americans, United Nations, and Europeans are afraid of, that is what Dave Umahi and the APC want to undertake in Southeast. It's a difficult war.
Thank you very much. Nobody's fighting any war, okay? Ms. Zaboli is calling us from Igbo. Hello.
Good afternoon.
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome on the show. Yeah, you just asked a question now. The father of the boy put him in harm's way. But if we have headache, Maryann, cutting of the head, is that the best medicine for headache? Certainly not. Okay? So, must they even chase him, Maryann, in this present age and time where technology is available? I watch films, Maryann, and I see how coordinated these people are. What is wrong in assessing technology? The only thing we want to assess technology in this country for is to do bad. Can't we assess technology? Just flag the car down, and when you are going back for a renewal, and bam, they catch you like, what is wrong with us as a people, Maryann? Every time, killing. We've not finished before, and that one will come up. Maryann, are we not tired? Me, I don't even tire. Every day in, day out, week in, week out, we hear. And the problem is that I don't see these prosecutions of these policemen come to limelight. Like, after this one now, the story will just go away. Every time getting prosecutions, okay? When we see it, they will not stop. We'll stop talking.
All right.
That's the most painful thing.
Thank
this will be another statistic.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Aboli. Well, the police command in Oyo State, Ibadan, precisely has said that everything that they're going to be doing in terms of the investigation and the probing of what happened would be made as transparent as possible. But that remains to be seen, eh? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon. Mazi, you there?
Yeah. Maryann.
Yes.
I condemn this ugly incident for your state. But, for the sake of us, we're supposed to learn that anytime you see a police stop you, he stopped. We individuals have to learn this. Number two said only a fool argues with somebody with a gun. Because if something happened, after blaming that thing that happened, how did it happen is the question mark. If that man, whatever that happened to the policeman must happen to that man. At the same time, government has to give them more encouragement, more equipment to fight this, to be using technology to do all this kind of stuff. so that they will not be shooting people anyhow. Because he never know, the policeman never know whether or not they pass people inside the motor. He just shot.
Because
So,
the car was
for me,
dark,
I
it was tinted, and the man was driving like a crazy man. He lost his bumper.
Sure.
I mean, it was just.
They need to blame. That man uses his phone to do ritual.
Mazuli, please come and be
I'm
going.
telling you the truth.
Come and be
I have to blame
going.
the man, okay, sorry.
Come and be going. I see. Nigerians were very interesting people. How did he get there? Come on. But on a very serious note, that little boy woke up excited to write his examination, getting ready to graduate. Did not know that crazy daddy was going to have road rage or be, what they call that thing, Mad Max, that morning. And he's gone. That father is going to live with that dent forever. I'm just even thinking about it. You have kids in the car. What's the hurry, sir? But also, Oga Police, why are you shooting in a busy area? What is the issue? Whether you're sure or not, why are you shooting? What if it was a pregnant woman that was being rushed to the hospital, or someone who was sick that needed medical attention? I'm just saying, there's so many what ifs. And that's why I'm asking you, as you're commenting, what would have been a better way to handle this situation as opposed to what we have now? What would have been? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. I'm so sorry. Do call us back if that was you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Ife.
Hi, Ife.
I'm calling from Aja. I actually watched that video.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that whatever charges they will put on that policeman, they should also put it on the father.
On the father. He needs to live with that guilt forever.
Because that car is tinted. I watched it. Sentiments apart.
Mm-hmm.
The boy should rest in peace, honestly. It's really, really painful. I was even wondering what those kids and their mother will be going through with that kind of father at home. Because I know I drive. When I have my kids in the car, if I get to the checkpoint, I even greet you first. If I look at your name, I greet you because these people are gone.
Yes.
These people are not comfortable. They are suffering under the sun. Look at how haggard this policeman look. Are we telling me that if this happened in America, they would not have shot him? At least we watch traffic when they keep... America will deploy helicopters. They will deploy... They know different things.
Yes.
Because how are you driving like this? Driving as if you have a gun in the car. You're not driving like somebody who has your interest of your children.
He acted really suspicious. I was wondering that. What was the hurry?
Lost his bumper, so he was even ready to kill those officers on the road. I don't understand. But when you know how Nigerians we are, we're very sentimental. When you talk, they'll be like, you are support. No. Honestly speaking, that man is a very bad man. That man should go for manslaughter. He killed his child. That's the truth. The police officer was the one that shot him physically. That father killed his child. Thank you very much.
Ibadan. Policeman who shot WAEC candidate dead is in custody. This one from the Premium Times newspaper says, Igbo leaders planning summit to endorse Tinubu for second term, says Dave Umahi. And of course, on May 29, we hear that the president will be reviewing ministers' scorecard. And I'm asking you, as a Nigerian who's been watching this administration, and this administration is going to be 2 years on May 29. Which ministry comes to your mind immediately that seems to be working and doing great by the people? Which ministry? Is it Festus Keyama's ministry? Is it the Interior Ministry? Is it the Health Ministry? Is it the Information Ministry? Which ministry comes to mind? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
You have Emmanuel on the line. I'm speaking to you from Ekwe.
Go ahead.
I still want to blame the Nigerian police. You see, no matter how the circumstances may be, you need to be defining, you need to have instinct. How would you explain it? The bullet could have even gone another way, to touch another person. We've seen instances where they pull a trigger, in a compound or somewhere else, and the person they are even targeting, the bullet did not get there, but it's another person. And then they will tell us that it's then that discharge or stray bullet. I disagree with those people who are saying the police do not have a fault. I still will blame the police, on this. And then for the issue of Southeastern people endorsing the president, is the song that, let me rephrase it, Tinubu, Naigwa, and now go. These people are just deceiving you. If they have their son in a presidential candidate or a vice presidential candidate, they will never ever vote for you. It's just a political statement by David Umahi. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to go to social media to read your messages because you're part of the conversation. Let's start with Facebook Live. On Facebook here, Omoyele Ayodeji here says, really unfortunate. Chumishe Oyeswami says, so saddening. Ikechuku Egbegbune says, so sad. Wallace Arek Mutanda here says, Mutanda Yumnamundo. All these problems must be linked to WAEC and Professor Ishakolede. Hey, he says if they had kept the floor neat, this child would not have to rewrite exam. So you have jumped so many and you went to Ishakolede there. Now wow, Nigerians, what interesting. Also here says, planning an Igbo summit to galvanize support for Mr. President amidst the insecurity and hardship in the country, he says, is uncalled for. Chigozie Emmanuel Uche here on Facebook Live says, the moment you see a policeman, what naturally comes to your mind is extortion. And it will take a long time to erase that tag. Like Uncle Jimmy said, if a motorist drives against the law, why not just take a mugshot of the car and let him go into the system? The system will find him if he has an issue. The day he's going to renew his papers, he can go to court and sort himself out. That's how a country runs, not this Gestapo style of government. Interesting point. Omoyele Ayodeji again here says, as regards the ministries that are performing, I'd vote for the Interior Ministry. Okay. Patrick Obiazo says, unfortunately, some unintelligent minds still believe that the average Southeasterner is swayed by whatever arrangements their governors may have with Tinubu. The Igbos are not zombies whenever it comes to exercising their voting right. Okay. Godwin Alfred says, Wike and Dave Umahi and Interior Ministry, they're working. Okay, lovely. Ayodele Betiku here says, the whole thing is just sad, is a sad story that was avoidable. The policeman that shot the gun has no excuse. The father has no excuse. Two wrongs can never make a right, which they say is just a typical example. Long and short of the story is that life is lost. Personally, I'm more careful driving on the road whenever I have any member of my family in the car with me, teaching them morals in the same way, protecting them as best as I can. Lovely. Charles Anya Abuike here says, sad for the school kid who was shot by the police in Oyo, but as a father, I wouldn't flee from armed police with my son in the car. Good job, Maryann. Thank you. David Nayong here says, please let the country take serious action on police. I'm sure that's what you wanted to say. Not to operate with guns in the city. They should only operate with tear gas in all 36 states of the country. For the student, may his soul rest in peace. Okay, thank you. Oh, cool. Theophilus here says, I don't understand the stupid narrative by some people with supposed brains blaming the father of the deceased child. And I'm so sorry that you have to be rude to people who hold an opinion. You can make your point without being rude or condescending. The police is wrong, so is the father. You can't also play the ostrich in this matter, because that child was in the vehicle. It's not like the child was walking on the road and the police shot at the child. The child was in that car. And if you've not watched that video, Mr. Theophilus, go watch it. Don't do that. Anedi here says, police should learn to book traffic offenders for arrest or fine afterwards instead of pursuing vehicles with loaded guns. Okay. Let's go to WhatsApp and read some of the messages that are coming in. This one says, it's a pity that police has painted their system black. It's unfortunate to lose a promising young boy in this manner, but we should watch our actions as citizens. What are you hiding that warrants you to beat traffic with tinted car? Haba, Kingsley from Ikorodu says, I don't know. This one says Dave Umahi is not the horse's mouth of Igbo leaders. He's forcing words out of Igbo leaders. Chinedu from Ikotu. This one here that says the police could have used a taser. Maybe you reach the person before you taser them. Exactly. Good afternoon, Maryann. John here says you think it is about driving against traffic. They play person way one kill, don't kill him. The traffic issue, nah. I don't know what this means, but thank you. Ayo here says that man drove recklessly, but shooting at his car by the police was wrong. He's paid with his son's life. The worst that could happen to the police shooter would be that he may be transferred to Zamfara or Kebbi. Let the Eastern governors and leaders endorse who they like. The power is with the people. Ayo from Akure. This one says the only ministry that is working is the Ministry of Information. Ibrahim Minikorodo, okay. That Ibadan man should be charged for manslaughter or murder. James from Ikorodu. All right. This one says that if that man was driving like that in America, the police would have also opened fire. The driver was behaving very suspicious. No responsible father would drive like that with his children in the car. That's what I'm saying. And the car was tinted, so the police officers didn't even know who was in the car, why he was driving. Did you see how he navigated that bend? Almost drove into a gutter, but then lost his bumper and just kept driving, hitting cars. Even you would be worried that that man must have had guns in his car, a dead body, or drugs. You would be worried. He said he didn't even try to save the child. Instead, he was fighting the policeman. The father needs mental evaluation, he says. Okay, thank you. This one here says, Chris in Accra here says, my friend Chidi Ibe, his shop is on Bedwell besides Johnny's opposite airways, was killed by a police. I know that place. As a child, I grew up around Bedwell by White House. He said he was killed by a stray bullet, November 2024. It didn't get to the media. I'm sure the officer may have been deployed. They will keep killing. Please, can you bring media guys? Can you media guys always replace endorse with rigging anytime you hear the governor endorse Mr. Tinubu, because that's the only thing they do or they can do, because they have only one vote. Okay, Chris. This one says, good afternoon. I really support the last two women that called for Maja. The father contributed to the son's death. It's just a pity. May the boy's soul rest in peace. Mr. Adebayo from Igbo. Ayo here says, Maryann, my heart broke yesterday. It comes down to extortion and human sacrifice, which can't be ruled out. Even if he's charged and jailed, can it bring back life? Endorsement is not new. It is a sign of fear. Nigeria will mobilize and chase away these heartless politicians. The one that will mark results of ministers himself is a failure. Ayo, now you talk, Amu. This one here says, good afternoon, Maryann. Dave Umahi should know that those 5 governors have only 5 votes. Umahi speaking for himself. Endorse here says, Maryann, as we say in local parlance, Nigeria has happened to that bereaved family in Ibadan. About the Igbo leaders endorsing Tinubu for a second term, I think this should be an eye-opener to the very naive obedience who still believe that Obi can contest and win elections all by himself without a prominent northern leader in 2027. And for now, the only prominent leader in the north who is giving sleepless nights to Tinubu and APC is Atiku. In 2023, even Dati Baba Ahmed lost elections in his local government in Kaduna. Okay. This one says, really felt so bad when I heard of the incident and the passing of the innocent boy for something that could have easily been avoided if the father had stopped. What if a ghastly accident and not a gunshot? It is well. For Igbo leaders endorsing Tinubu, it's expected to hear that, especially coming from the desk of someone who works for the president and for the ministers. Which of them is even performing? Michael from Agbulegwa, thank you very much. Okay. I have about 3 minutes. Let me read another message. Steve from Ijaniki here says, people are dying like flies everywhere from either so-called bandits, terrorists, and kidnappers with a terribly bad economy, yet they are busy telling us of the number of persons who are declaring support for Tinubu's second term. It's actually not their fault. We're just too sheepishly tolerant. Steve. I want to take a quick call and then I'll go to X. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, Sean Lady, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Chris.
Go ahead.
May the soul of that young man rest in peace. That is after effect. Whatever we are doing, we need to be careful. Then for David Umahi, with the Igbo leaders, I hope, I think it's propaganda, but if it's true, this man is not like the guy in Burkina Faso. It's not like the one in Rwanda that we say is doing well. With the hunger, the killing, the economy, everything, Maryann, this thing is not ordinary. It's not ordinary. Heaven will collapse, it will not collapse on one person. We all are in for it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Let me read some messages on X before we wrap it up here. Safia Nubari from Kanu says, they said the police is your friend. If that's so, why a friend would kill his friend in broad daylight? This is not friendship anymore, he says. Jimmy Lomack says, policemen need to understand that they have no right to shoot anyone unless their lives are in danger. I'm not sure what kind of training and orientation they receive, but the proper way to handle that situation would have been to take down the license plate and trace the fleeing man. Jimmy, have you watched that video? And I'm not saying that they should have shot at the man, but they could have tried. They could have called for more people, reinforcements, to block him instead of shooting. But that man was crazy. He was driving like a madman. Barney here, Uchenna here on X says, go and read the amended law on the use of firearms against unarmed citizens. Should I go read it or should the police go and read it? Who are you asking? Because I'm not licensed to carry. Joy Forever here says, most of our police are not mentally stable to handle assault rifles. Most of them are after extortion. It will not be the last case. Condolences. All the ministers have failed woefully, especially Adelabu of power. Abacha did more than this. At the end, what happened? Joy Forever, thank you for your message. We're going to go on a quick 1 minute break. When we come back, I still have about 3 more minutes to take all your calls, so keep them coming in. It's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info FM. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We'll be right back.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts. More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.